Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Shirt Monday, which also means it's the Week in Review. Hey, we are at Week in Review for Week 4, Module 4. Congratulations, you guys are halfway done. And like I mentioned earlier, that I think the majority of the work, or maybe the hardest pace of this whole course happens in the first few modules. So hopefully you will see it will be a little bit easier to manage going forward. So let's just talk about what this week is going to look like and kind of the subsequent weeks finishing up this course. Hard to believe we're already talking about finishing. That is how fast these courses go. So big difference about this week, week 4, is that we're doing our one-on-one discussions, which are going great. Thank you for spending the time, a few minutes, just talking about the course, talking about just in general your progress through the program and how you're adapting to this whole online thing. I think I probably have had maybe about a half a dozen conversations already this morning, so great. Thank you for that. And we will finish those one-on-one conversations up throughout this week. And if there are a few folks that have missed, please contact me or use that Doodle scheduler. Let's get something scheduled for hopefully wind everything up by next week so we don't have any questions as we're winding up this whole course. Or at least that the process is smoother for you as we wind up the entire course. Also kind of unique to this week are the Move Note presentations. So how this is going to work is you'll notice that in the kind of discussion area that you normally had, it's now Move Note and discussion. So you're going to watch anywhere from 4 to maybe 5 of your classmates' Move Note presentations. I put strict limits on time so they don't run too long. Again, most of them are averaging about 5 minutes. So anticipate you're going to have about 25 minutes in videos a week, thereabouts, to watch. Once you watch the video, each presenter has a discussion forum. And what I would like you to do is, there's instructions, don't worry, there's instructions in the module, but I want to emphasize that when you enter the discussion forum for that particular presentation, that you're not critiquing the presentation. You're not saying, oh, you didn't do a good job, or hey, you did a great job. I mean, you could say that. You can give positive affirmations, but you're not really critiquing the presentation itself. What you are doing is maybe adding to the discussion. So let's say if it's about lung cancer this week, we have a lung cancer one. Maybe you've dealt with a patient with lung cancer. I'm sure all of you probably have. How did you deal with that patient? Was there anything special that you did that helped that patient? How did you image them? Did you do a high-res CT chest? Did you do an upright, chest radiograph? What was the imaging modality? It's just anything. Maybe your stories, your clinical stories that have to do with that particular diagnosis that you've just reviewed. And if you don't have any context to that, don't have any anything that you've brought in from the clinical side, maybe what did you learn in that presentation that you found was kind of an aha moment? Or, gee, that was really helpful. I can see how I'm going to be able to use this, in the future. So, again, add to the discussion that was on a topic that was presented. So you'll have four to five discussion areas that you'll have to enter and add that discussion. You will not be required to respond back to a student's post. So you just kind of do your discussion and add to the overall theme, and then move on. So do plan on that, for the week. So again, I think it should be relatively lighter in that you don't have extra chapters. You have a little bit more video, but all in all, I think it should be kind of a reduction on the amount of work that you have to do. And the last major project that we have due is just the paper, and most of you have your outlines done. You've got a good handle on your research, so I think you're coming down, that should be relatively easy for you too, because we've kind of shaped a process to write a paper. And you may choose to use this process in the future, or you may develop your own. That's okay. As long as you have a process to write the paper, that's part of the intent of this project. And so you're not struggling in week 6, 7, when that particular assignment is due. So Very good. Everything's going very, very well. I know we had a few hiccups with MoveNote on a technical issue that kind of erupted on Sunday night. That's to be expected. I expected more technical difficulties. I think we had maybe 3 in all for the whole MoveNote presentation, which is awesome. It's getting you guys familiar with your cameras, getting you guys familiar with talking to a camera. And see, Linda, you can use your hands if you want to when you're talking to the camera. Linda and I had a discussion about what do you do with your hands when you talk, and if you want, you can use your hands when you talk to the camera. And getting you used to the technology, your laptop, lighting, and all that stuff. So that's part of it. So when you have other assignments down the road that require you doing things like this, it's not a complete shock, and you don't have to go completely through that learning curve when maybe it's a much higher stress situation. So very good. MoveNotes that I've witnessed so far, you guys did a great job. I mean, it's looking really, really good. So some really good audio on some of them, some great video, some good slides. It looks really, really nice. So very, very impressed with what I've seen so far. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Again, I'll be talking to the rest of you this week and through week 5 as we wind up our one-on-one discussions. So again, everybody have a good week. And as always, thank you for watching.